For the longest time, I thought that my sensitivity was the one thing that made life harder for me. In some way, it still can, or it still does. What I've learned is that the same sensitivity, when we learn to work with it, actually becomes our greatest teacher and tool. I'm Shaki. I'm an artist, and I also help sensitive creatives feel confident and aligned with their authenticity. Today, I want to share 4 specific ways that your sensitivity is actually your advantage. This isn't about becoming someone else or toughening up. It's about using what you already have, that deep feeling nature, as your guide and a way to move through the world differently. So if you're tired of seeing your sensitivity as a burden, stay with me. These 4 things that I'm about to share with you changed everything for me. Before we get started, I would like to announce that my online community, Art and Alchemy, has officially launched. This is a community for sensitive creatives, artists, deep feelers, spiritual seekers, and anyone who feels like art, creativity, spirituality, and healing has made a big impact on their life. It's a home for you. It's a home for them. It's a home for people, like-minded individuals, to come together, feel seen, and share a part of themselves that they haven't really gotten to share with the world. If this interests you, I'm going to link it in the description, and I hope to see you there. By the way, I decided to show up today, make this video with no makeup on, didn't really do my hair or put a nice outfit on. To be honest, I feel like I don't always want to show up perfect or how the world views as perfect. I really just want to reach the people who, resonate to what I have to say and want more of it. So just a disclaimer, I feel good though, and I hope that this video can still speak to you regardless of how I look. Okay, so let's start off with number 1. Understanding others so deeply that nothing hurts the same. Now, what does this mean? In my life, my sensitivity has really allowed me to understand other people's actions and why they do it. And because I've formed this understanding, what they do or have done, if it was in a bad way, it has hurt less. This one did take me years to understand because, especially when you are hurt, especially sensitives, we feel everything so much more deeply. It's difficult to like allow yourself to, I guess, in a way, have compassion for that other person and understand why they do these things. As somebody who does feel very deeply, you don't just see someone's behavior, you feel the pain behind it. You sense their insecurity when they're being cruel, feel their fear when they're, maybe being controlling. You pick up on their wound even when they're lashing out. This does not mean that you excuse bad behavior, but it just means that you stop taking it personally. I used to get destroyed when somebody would criticize me harshly or point out my insecurities. In a way, it's like I could feel their own creative frustration being projected onto me. Here's how I use this now. When someone's behavior hurts me, I let my sensitivity do what it does naturally. I feel into their energy. I question, what is really going on with this person? What pain are they carrying? And what fear is driving this? 9 times out of 10, their reaction has nothing to do with me and everything to do with their own wounds and what they're dealing with internally. And regardless of like if you know or don't know, just having that understanding that it has nothing to do with you can really help you navigate when somebody does hurt you in some way. It's not about trying so hard to answer the questions about this person. It's just forming that general understanding of this person is doing this for reasons that are beyond my control, whether you know exactly what it is or don't. This doesn't mean that I let people treat me badly. It just means I can see clearly. This is their pain, not my failing. And it is also not mine to carry. It's also the idea of setting that boundary of I can have compassion for their struggle and whatever they are dealing with and still protect my energy. Your sensitivity lets you see that hurt people hurt people. When you really understand that, when you can feel their hurt while they're hurting you, it loses its power to destroy you. You can stop asking, oh, what's wrong with me? And start answering, oh, they're in pain too. This is a superpower most people spend years trying to understand, but you can feel it instantly. Number 2, using your body as your personal guidance system. Your sensitivity makes your body the most accurate guidance system you'll ever have. While everyone is trying to think their way to answers, you can literally feel your way to your truth. Your sensitive body is constantly giving you information. You just need to tune into it. That tight chest when something's not aligned, that expansive feeling when something is right, that subtle nausea when someone's lying, or even that warmth when you know you're on the right path. A lot of people are so disconnected from their bodies that they need external validation for every decision that they make. Not you though. You have this internal compass that's always pointing you towards your truth. Here's something that has changed for me. I stopped asking, what should I do? And instead started asking, what is my body telling me to do? When I decided to begin pursuing music and putting my artistic pursuits out there for the world to see, my mind had a million reasons for why I shouldn't do it. But my body, every time I sang, every time I wrote a lyric, every time I recorded in the recording studio, my whole system lit up. And that was my answer. When I'm considering opportunities now, I don't really weigh the pros and cons. For me, the cons can just be a way for my mind to protect myself or keep me safe from fears or things that might seem uncomfortable for me. So now instead I just sit with it. I notice, does my body feel open or closed off? Do I feel energized or drained when saying yes to whatever it is I'm being asked of? So start checking in with your body before making decisions, even small ones. Your sensitivity means that you are constantly getting biofeedback. You don't need anyone to tell you what your path is or what you should do. Your body already knows. You just have to listen. Number 3, creating art that makes people feel seen. The third advantage, and this is specifically for creatives, your sensitivity gives you the ability to create at depths that make people feel truly seen. Maybe sometimes for the first time in their lives. Because you feel everything so deeply, when you translate that into art, you're not just making something beautiful. You're creating mirrors for other people's unexpressed experiences. You know that feeling when you listen to a song or maybe like read a book and you think to yourself, wow, how did they get inside my head? Like how did they know this? That is what your sensitivity allows you to create for others. And here's why this matters. A lot of art is very surface level. It looks nice, it's entertaining, it's pretty, it's clever. But us sensitive artists, we create from very deep waters. We go to the places others can't or won't access, and we articulate feelings that don't have words. When I write music, I don't try to be universal. I have this deep understanding that my music and my art in general, it's not meant for everyone. It's only meant for the people it will truly reach at a deeper level. I write about the exact texture of my sadness, what it means to me, and why it's there. Ironically, the more specific I got to my specific experiences, the more universal it does become, because I'm touching something real, something true, and something others feel but have never seen reflected back to them. I often get messages from people who have listened to my music and say stuff like, your music makes me feel less alone, or this song came exactly when it needed to because I'm dealing with this right now and it helps me see it in a different way. Or even you put words into something that I've carried my whole life. That's not because I'm particularly talented. It's because my sensitivity has allowed me to drive deep enough to find the universal human experiences that live in those depths. When you create from depth, you don't just make art. You make mirrors that help people understand themselves. And in a world where everyone feels alone in their depth, that's not art. It's healing. Number 4, the authentic connection superpower. Your sensitivity gives you the superpower of creating authentic connections in, honestly, a world that needs more of it. Because you feel so much, you give others permission to feel too. So you provide a safe space for them. People sense that you won't judge their emotions because you have big ones too. And they'll know you understand their overwhelm because you live it as well. This is actually very magnetic, especially in today's world where people are very performative or like performing well. Your sensitivity creates space for people to just actually be real. I used to hide my sensitive nature, especially in professional settings. I'd always try to be composed or logical or together, and I'd honestly wonder why I felt so disconnected from everyone. Then I just started letting my sensitivity show. I would be honest when things actually affected me. I would share when I was overwhelmed, or I even let people see me tear up when something moved me. And instead of people pulling away, they actually moved closer. They share their own sensitivities, their own overwhelm, and their own deep feelings that they've been hiding. My sensitivity became a bridge, and it said, it's safe to be human here. Now, in my work and in my everyday life, I lead with my sensitivity. Your sensitivity can create instant intimacy because you yourself are not afraid of those feelings. While everyone else is keeping things surface level, you're comfortable in the deep end and you attract more people to you because of that. This isn't about personal relationships, it's about how you move through the world. Your sensitivity is an invitation for people to remove their mask and truly be seen by somebody who understands. It's a beautiful thing, and it's something you should always lead with. Here's what I want you to hear. Your sensitivity isn't something you need to eliminate to succeed. It's the very thing that makes you irreplaceable. In a world that's becoming more and more disconnected, the depth of your feelings is medicine for people. In a world of surface level everything, your sensitivity is a gift. These 4 advantages: understanding others deeply, having an internal guidance system, creating art that heals, and forming authentic connections. They aren't prizes for being sensitive. They are superpowers that people spend lifetimes trying to develop themselves. You already have them. You were born with them. You just need to stop seeing them as a weakness and start using them as the tools that they are. If you want to explore this more deeply with other sensitive creatives who understand, like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I have a free community called Art and Alchemy. We're all learning to use our sensitivity as a strength, our art as guidance, and ourselves to create something in this world that doesn't already exist and that we all need. So link in the description to join. I would love to see you there. And remember, you're not too sensitive. You're sensitive enough for the work that you came here to do. The world needs what your sensitivity allows you to create and become. So trust that inner compass because it definitely knows things. Thank you so much for tuning into this video and watching it all the way through. I really hope that it resonated with you or impacted you in some way. I would love to hear from you. So comment below what part of this video touched your soul, or other ways that you have used your sensitivity to your advantage as well. I would love to see you in the Art and Alchemy community, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Bye.